welcome back to the BAAS how-to sessions. We're really delighted today to have Chelsea McNutt here. Chelsea is a PhD student in history at Cornell University, and we're going to be talking today about how to prepare for an academic conference. So thank you for joining us, Chelsea.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
So I was wondering if we could kick off by asking you a bit about the different kinds of academic conferences and the different advantages of these different kinds.
Sure thing. So let's begin with the larger conferences. For example, here in the States, a large conference would be the Organization of American Historians that usually happens annually. An advantage to participate in such a large conference is your ability to engage with senior academics in the field. In contrast to the smaller conferences, which can be geared specifically toward a particular graduate structure. So, for example, conferences dedicated to grad students, or conferences dedicated to a specific area of research. It could be examples including, but not limited to, gender, migration. With a smaller format, it is welcoming for those who are beginning to participate in conferences. I recognize I've been there where it can be quite nerve-wracking. And so a smaller audience could be a great opportunity for those who are newly embarking on this journey as an early academic. Oh, and with a smaller conference setting, it is a great advantage to help build your confidence. And so when you do make the transition from smaller academic conferences to the more larger conferences, you will have the stamina and also the experience to have one-on-one engagements with peers after you finish your presentation.
That's great. And what are some of the different ways that you can participate in an academic conference?
Oh, okay. So there are many ways, many fun ways, beginning with poster exhibits. Also, you can participate through individual papers. You can engage in roundtables and workshops, and also chairing. I would like to specify that when comparing first experiences in academic conference settings, though many may find poster exhibits and individual papers as a great first step. And also, as you continue engaging in conferences, you can work your way up to roundtables and perhaps lead workshops. And also with chairing, you can have the ability to create panels that specialize particular areas of research that you and your peers can showcase to others within the field. One of the great things about conferences is one's ability to grow within the engagement. So if you was starting at, say, a poster exhibit, within a few cycles, you may very well be leading a workshop on how to craft poster exhibits for those who are interested in such an activity.
Yeah, thank you. That's a really, really useful kind of summary of the different ways. And I like that idea of kind of building yourself up throughout conference cycles. So focusing a little bit on giving a paper, giving a presentation, what would you say makes a good presentation at a conference?
That's a great question. Um, a good conference paper first adheres to the conference proposal call. Okay. And so making sure that your paper matches the topic at hand is the first thing. So um, your paper naturally will be insightful and you will add new perspectives to the field of scholarship which you are engaging. Those are the greatest keys to a successful conference paper.
Yeah, thank you. I think that point is really nice that the kind of whatever you say, you're sharing your research and that will be part of the conversation. Um, so one of the most important things I think about conferences that you've touched on slightly is that they're a really important way to meet and get to know people in your field. Do you have any advice on how to make a good impression at a conference?
Yes, absolutely. A few takeaways. So, for example, if you are, well, I would like to answer this question in two different ways. As a person who is presenting and perhaps one who is simply attending. As a presenter, I would encourage you to engage with the other panelists. Also, when attending conferences, it is a good tip to have your contact information readily available, either if it is a physical card or if you have your like social media exchanges ready. That's a key. If you are simply attending an academic conference, I would encourage you to be bold and to introduce yourself to those who align with your areas of research. I think it is a great thing to keep in mind that everyone in these spaces, regardless if they are an early career academic or a senior level academic, everyone is there to learn. So please do not feel intimidated that perhaps you are lacking something. You're not. Everyone is wanting to engage in a particular dialogue of fresh ideas and perspectives of how we engage previous theories or concepts. And so that's very key. Also, after making contact, do not let it go away, right? So if you travel to a location for an academic conference, and once you have made it back to your area of where you study, if either if you travel abroad or if it's within your country location, I would encourage you to make contact again and to continue forward with the networking. And also, it's important to remember to take full responsibility of that task. So yeah, I think that's key. To not just put it on the other person, but for you to take the active role in keeping it going. And also once you continue, once you have completed your conference experience, I would share with others within your particular departments what happened at the conference, the people who you were able to speak with, and as a way of further fostering a blooming network opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's a really, really kind of encouraging response, I think, right? That everyone's here to learn, but also, yeah, you sometimes in academia, you have to be the active one. You have to make and solidify those connections. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Chelsea. This has been really productive and I'm sure of huge value to all sorts of BAAS members starting out with or continuing their journey with academic conferencing. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.